is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Cut.
Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On first down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A handoff. Barkley running left. Stiff-armed him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Spillane gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 44, Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown.
Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Cameron Sutton on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones.
Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 38 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Roethlisberger.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jones throwing on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Buddy Johnson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up second down. Roethlisberger will throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Ben to throw again. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 31 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 20! Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. Jones throwing for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go too...
It got his man complete and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
It's the score, Giants 23, Steelers 20.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And Barkley did not get there. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's taken down inside the 30. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Just like that. Just like that. 55.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He wants it all for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within one score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.